Hi, my name is Lindsey Hjelle, and I'm from Underwood Middle School. I'm going to share with you an interview project that I do with my 7th graders. They choose to interview a grandparent, and they pick 15 questions. They set up the interview, the time and the place. They have to finalize the questions with me, of course, before they do the interview. After they complete the interview, they begin writing a narrative to read as their video shows like a picture slideshow. And basically, it just tells the story of their grandparents' life. We're going to do it on Adobe Spark this year. Last year, I did it on WeVideo. The videos are not more than 5 minutes. I schedule presentations for certain days so that grandparents can come in and watch the video. And it's really fun to actually get to know the grandparents, and they like to meet their grandchild's classmates. So it ends up being a really good time. Students turn in their video to Google Classroom, so I have them all in one place. And then from there, I just projected them onto my whiteboard. You can download the video to your computer to save as well. Here is an example of what I'm going to show my students this year, since we're going to be using Adobe Spark. And that was super easy to use. All those pictures were on Adobe Spark. The music was, so I'm hoping that things go a little bit smoother using Adobe Spark Video rather than WeVideo that we used last year. I highly recommend communicating with parents, so I usually prepare an email and just send them updates. Here's an example. This was from last year. I also have them complete this over Easter break so that they have some time to get the interview done. This is just some of my notes, another email for an update. Kind of lengthy, but I feel like parents like to be kept in the loop. And then I'm going to share with you a video from one of my students. His grandmother passed away about 6 years ago, and she had kept many journals. He interviewed other family members about her. So here is his video.
Margie Kephart was born November 22nd, 1942 at Margie Kephart was born November 22nd, 1942 at Mercy Hospital in Council Bluffs, Iowa. She was one of 5 siblings with 3 sisters and 1 brother. Her mother and father separated, and shortly after that separation, her father died unexpectedly from an accident at work when she was 11 years old. She spoke about being close with him. Shortly after, she was placed in the Christian home, which is now known as Children's Square. She spoke a lot about living in the orphanage and hoping that her mother would come visit her on Sundays. She said she would wait by the window and watch all the other children with their visitors, but no one ever came for her. Her mother went on to remarry and have other kids, and her family was never fully reunited. She described her time in the orphanage, saying that the nuns were very strict. The nuns allowed her to have one final drink at night, and they had to wait until morning to drink. She described being thirsty all night and never forgetting how thankful she was when she moved out of the orphanage and was able to get drinks during the night. She and her siblings spent time in multiple foster homes, and several families wanted to adopt her, but her mother never granted permission. She spent some time living with her grandmother and aunts, but she never had a secure home. When my grandma was a freshman in high school, she accidentally walked into the boys' locker room at school. Although she was embarrassed, she saw my grandpa standing there. At first sight, she described my grandpa as having the nicest smile. She also said he was very good looking and had love in his eyes. That accidental meeting changed everything. My grandma and grandpa were in love. They dated a few years, and in spite of my grandma's family objecting, they made a plan to run away and get married. They got married in Tabor, Iowa, by a justice of the peace, with only my grandpa's parents in attendance. On the way home from getting married, they stopped and ate Baby Ruth candy bars and drank Jerry Cokes. All the years they were married, my grandma described my grandpa as hardworking and said that she loved his humor. She once wrote in a book, "I treasure every minute he is with me." Grandma and Grandpa had 5 children, Galen, Hjelle, Mike, Lila, and Heather. They were always proud of how close their family was, and their house was always filled with laughter. On a cold December night in 1992, their oldest child, Galen, was killed in a car accident only 3 miles from their home. Despite terrible grief and pain, my grandma is strong for her entire family. Her children describe her as the strongest and most loving person they will ever know. They described her strength and love as the reason their family held together and survived such a devastating loss. She provided daycare for her grandkids, and each day, in spite of dealing with the loss of her son, she would put on a brave smile as they walked through the door each morning. Her kids say that she paved the way and showed how to be strong and resilient in spite of experiencing great despair and loss. She always had a kind smile for everyone she met, even after enduring such a deep loss. My grandma kept her family strong. Most nights, her kids and grandkids would crowd into her kitchen and spend time together. She was an excellent cook. During holidays, she would prepare large meals and make everyone feel loved and welcome. She would make homemade jellies, pies, and bread. Her other interests include sports. She went to all of her kids' and grandkids' sporting events and was their biggest fan. She always taught them to work hard, be tough, and don't complain, and be relentless in trying to achieve their goals. She was a huge Husker football fan, inspired by my grandpa being an Iowa football fan. She enjoyed baking and vacationing in Minnesota. She enjoyed riding snowmobiles and even racing them, but spending time with her family was her favorite activity. One hard day in 2007, my grandma found out she had late-stage lung cancer. Alone in her kitchen, she told my mom, "I'll do whatever it takes to fight it." Over the next 2.5 years, she fought to stay with her family. She endured 2 brain surgeries, chest surgery, and multiple chemotherapy and radiation treatments. Through it all, she remained strong and protective of her family, and always kept her hopeful smile. Her kids describe her as having the heart of a lion. Through it all, each time the cancer would return, she would bravely smile and tell her kids and my grandpa not to worry. My grandma lost her battle with cancer when she was 66 years old. Her and my grandpa had been married nearly 50 years with 5 kids, many grandkids, and great-grandkids. She never stopped fighting. That was over 6 years ago. My dad told me that my grandma treated him better than anyone ever had in his life. All of her kids describe her as the most loving mom and describe her as warm, kind, genuine, sweet, caring, loving, and strong. She was open and kind to everyone she came across. She often complimented strangers. Her motto was to treat people the way you want to be treated. She loved spoiling her grandkids. She used to sneak me drinks for Pepsi and give me any treat I wanted. She was always smiling and very funny. She was most proud of her family. Our family is still approached by people telling us she was the nicest woman they had ever met. I think she's the reason I have a close, loving family.
So as you can see, it's definitely a video that they will cherish. And if you have any questions, please let Judy or me know. Thank you.